Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to the 10th round of Inside Line Racing. This is ILR3 on the Xbox side. I'm Jess, and joining me in the commentary box, as like last week, it is Steerage. Welcome back.
Thanks, Jess. Yeah, it's good to be back, and another very good track. So I'm looking forward to this one.
I'm looking forward to this as well. A lot of drivers' home races today, so this race is going to mean a lot to them. And the drivers are probably going to be relieved as it is a full dry race for Tier 3 tonight. So no worries about the inters or the wets. They won't be used tonight. Just the soft, mediums and the hard. So I'm wondering who's going to shine tonight. We've seen people that have come out their shell quite a lot, and there's some people that still yet to show their mettle. So I can't wait. And we got 19 drivers tonight, so a good turnout for the grid.
Yeah, it's good. Very good to see. This tier has been really good this season. So it's nice to see again, Jess, as you say. And yeah, hopefully we'll have plenty of on-track battling, and should have a good race.
Yes, and Pirelli has brought the 3 hardest tyres to this race, which is the C1, the C2s and the C3s. So we most likely won't use the hards unless they have a little bit of an issue on lap 1. The hards can last till the end of the race. Softs to about lap 12 and mediums to around lap 24, but the 20 I mean, but the stints will be obviously different. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, not sure who that is for, but it's probably someone moving out the way. Just a quick note on a few reserves. We've got Snod in the racing point. He's filling in for Oasis tonight. We've got RBZ, also known as David. He's in McLaren, filling in for JSR Snakes tonight. And we have Absolute Lol in the Renault, and he's filling in for Dragon Shanley. So, Absolute Lol, I think he raced last week, and Snod has raced before. We haven't seen what RBZ is like, but from what I've known, he's quick.
Yeah, obviously many people watching this stream may know him from F1 2016. I believe he's in Tier 1. He's had a lot of time off F1. I think he's decided to come back to league racing. So we'll see how his pace is looking on this game. But obviously it is very difficult to pick up the pace that he was before straight away. It might take him a couple of races, but we'll see how he gets on. We shouldn't expect too much from him, Jess. But like you say, he should be quick. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yes, he's quick enough to be in this tier, but how quick you will never know. As we're actually going to follow him now as he goes past Stir at the moment. Oh, there's a bit of a slide there. I don't think that's going to... No, he's going into the pits. I'm just seeing if anyone else is on a lap right now. Lukey in the Haas is on a lap right now as well. Revolution just set the fastest lap time, 1:27.9, but we will see times go by very quickly indeed. Lukey comes across the line. He's in 5th. Now, I'm quite surprised quite a few people on the hards, but I'm guessing, do they want to get a feel for the track first before they slip on a bit of mediums or softs?
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, to be honest. A lot of the guys like to just get a feel for track conditions, and to be honest, you don't want to waste your soft set straight away if you choose the middle or balanced route, because then you've used all your tyres up and you don't get to go at the end when the track's at the optimum, or should be, if obviously the weather's permitting. But yeah, I've seen quite a few out on hards actually, Jess. We've got Hamilton, Blazer Guns, Epics, Chezzy, Jack RT, Leper, and Streak, and then we've got 3 or 4 on mediums, and then the rest are on soft. So we've got quite a split at this point.
Yeah, and even if we didn't know the weather at this point, steerage, we would have known that it would have been a dry race because no one would be using the hards else to get their laps in.
That's true.
So, yeah.
That's very true.
That is very true. Now, as you just point out, Jack RT is on the hards. He won last week, his 2nd race win in a row, and obviously it is his home race. And he really wants to get bargains with it because he's really closing up to Dazad in the championship. So I wonder, what does he have to do here to make sure that he can keep his momentum up? Because it is really hard to win 3 races in a row. I don't think many people have done it. Can Jack do it tonight?
No, it's a good point. Obviously, it's probably made easier by the fact that he has won. To be honest with you, I think if you're in a position of finishing second, third all the time, and you need the wins to kind of push on a little bit. That's when it becomes harder. You overdrive the car. You think, I can find a bit more time. I can just get it done. And then you start overdriving the car, and you make mistakes, and then that win seems further and further away. So coming off the back of 2, I think he'll be feeling quite confident that he's got the pace, and he can do the job. But he's done a good lap there. He's 29 flat on hard, so that's the best time we've seen on hards. 2 times quicker than Hamilton with a good time as well. So
yeah, not too bad. And getting also if they can do a 129 on the hards, then they'll probably do a good lap on the mediums and then the softs. I don't know what the delta is. I think it's about, I'm saying 8 tenths.
I'd imagine it's around 9 tenths. Yeah, 9 tenths, Jess, I'd say. Between mediums and hards, that is. I think the soft is even more just because of the amount of high-speed corners at this circuit. You need the lateral grip, so yeah. I think the soft runners will be gaining a lot of time through especially through Maggots and Beckett's, so I have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. It's like an S section. You really don't want to bin it, otherwise it's going to be consequences in the race. So a few people need to watch out for that. Most of the track, you don't need to put pressure on the brake too much. Apart from, I would say, let me get my track map up because otherwise I'll forget what corner number it is.
Probably into Stowe, or
yes, Stowe.
That's quite a hard braking zone.
Probably the turn 3 and 4 into the arena is quite difficult as well. I find that quite tricky. So I think those corners pay more attention, but the others you can just brake a little bit and then you should be fine. Maybe through before Woodcote, maybe, I don't know, but you don't know. These tired tiers, they may approach it differently than how I approached it last night, so I would never know. So I think everyone is going into the pits now, apart from David RBZ, who is, I think, had an invalidated lap, but he's going on one final one on the softs now. There's a yellow flag is set to 1.
Yeah, I'm just watching him go through Maggots and Beckett's, Jess. He's definitely throwing the car about. It looks like there's a little bit of sliding going on. So whether he's running less wing at the front than the others, that's what it would suggest to me riding on board as he goes through left field now, and he's using a lot of the exit curb. So it'll be interesting to see if he sets a lap time.
Yeah, as oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't Luffield. It was Vale Club.
There you go. Okay, sorry, yeah.
So he's
3 temps.
He's got a lap in 1:27.6. A good lap time on the soft for now, but we've seen people going to the 1:26s. But again, you don't really want to set expectations too high because you're going to get people behind you like, hang on, I could do better than that, and they can probably start pushing a bit more. So a clean lap from him at the moment. LCR Ben, I think, will need to pick up the pace a bit as well. He's getting quite a few positions last week. Yeah. Cheesy Dreams. Both Toro Rosso's doing quite well recently, especially Cheesy Dream all the way from last, I think, until 5th place. So I think he was our driver of the day last week. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do.
He was up there, wasn't he? Let's just have a look here, see who's on a lap that's worth noting. Streak, interestingly enough, has done 3 laps on a set of hards and is still out there on them. So whether he's just doing a couple of warm-up laps, obviously the hard tyre around here is very tricky, very tricky, especially in these cloudy conditions. You can see there's no track temperature, cars sliding around, and that makes it difficult. They normally take around 1 to 2 quick laps to get them up to temperature, and even then the understeer is very difficult to cope with, especially if you're running lower on the front wing. So a lot of these guys may be running lower on the front just to try and give them a chance to overtake, but yeah, it'll be interesting. As Ben, there we go, sorry Jess, he's just done the quickest lap.
1:27.5 for Ben, so that was 1 tenth better than RBZ and also 1 tenth better than Revolution. Top 3 pretty close, but everyone else is a bit further behind, but again, they just want to get a feel for those times before they can start pushing, because it is a long qualifying, so you don't really want to push too hard too early unless you're confident enough you are going to get a lap. As a few people going to the pits now.
Daz Lad as well, Jess, has just done a very good lap on mediums. Wow. He's a 28 flat, so if you factor that in on the softs, he would have been fastest, but obviously he may be trying an alternate strat. I'm just looking at who's out there on mediums, and Hamilton is one that likes to do the alternate strat, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him stop his qualifying and finish on those mediums. Looks like the rest of the field, apart from Daz, are probably going to go to softs. But saying that, Jack RT is out on hards still, so maybe Jack is going to switch to a set of mediums, and that's it.
Yeah, for some races I've seen, some people can do mediums to hards faster. One advantage of being on the mediums first, before you go onto the softs, no, I must say medium to soft, not medium to hard, silly me. You go on the mediums, especially if you're in the bottom half of the field, you can even though there'll be people in front of you, but behind you trying to get position at the start, when it gets towards the end, the softs are going to be insanely quick, and you're only going to be on the softs for pretty much 10 laps or so, and they last 12, so you're going to have much better grip than those on old set of mediums, so maybe the mediums to softs could be faster, but again, no matter what, one stop is going to be the best thing to go around here, and you're almost certain that even if you go on the mediums or the softs, you pretty much will take it to the end, but we'll keep an eye on if anyone goes out a bit too early, but we'll see. As Leopard hasn't set a lap time yet, neither is Cinnamon Rage, both on the soft tyres, and if they're not careful, it's going to be one-shot quali for them, and we don't want that to happen.
No, that puts pressure on yourself as well, Jess. I've been there. When you invalidate your first 1 or 2 laps, it really does put pressure on you, and you don't feel like you can attack that final lap as much as you want to. When you set a nice banker lap, like Daz, like Absolute Revolution, those guys at the front, they know they've got a quick time. It means they can push even harder on that final run, and if you get it right, that's when you can really be fighting for pole. So it does help. Obviously, Streak, we've seen this last week. I think he only qualified 8th. When he had the pace to probably fight with the leaders. So you have to keep an eye on that, because he will not want to be starting right down there, because that really will hurt his championship.
That would definitely hurt his championship. I'll have a look at the standings as far as I'm aware, because I didn't have a chance to look at them, but I do believe Dazlad is still leading with Jack really close behind. But Leopard, is he going to get...
8 points, yeah.
8 points. So
8 points between Daz and Jack, yeah.
So if Jack has a good result and Daz finishes behind him, then Jack would... possibly close the gap or even take the lead. So we could see a good battle on our hands between Dazlad and Jack. But if Street wants to come into this, he needs to get some good results fast. But knowing him, it's not over yet. We've got about 12 rounds left of this championship. It's pretty much the equivalent of a short season now left to go of this championship. So some of the guys are out of the running for the championship, but definitely the top 10 are still winning in a mathematical chance, even though they're not winning a good chance. Top 10 are still winning a mathematical chance of taking it. Top 3 definitely winning a good shot. I know it's too early to think about the championship yet, but again, one race could make a difference whether we're winning or losing. So if you lose a race by 1 point or something like that, this can make a difference towards the end if you lose the championship by 1 point.
It can do, yeah. Say with this fastest lap rule as well, it has. I think it's a good thing. A lot of people at the start were a little bit edgy about it, yeah. But it was, but it's been good. I think it's spiced up the racing.
Yeah, I agree. So
especially in real life.
Yeah, I think there was only one time in real life someone from outside the top 10 got it in real life. Every other time, everyone inside the top 10. In ILR, pretty much most of the rounds have been most people from outside the top 10. And I think, I know Jack RT got it at 1 point. Oh, a 127.0 from RBZ, so that's quick.
Yep.
We will see, I think, due to RBZ's time, I'm almost certain we could see someone in the 126s pretty soon, I think. Especially because we haven't seen what Dazlad... don't think Dazlad's going to make it, steerage, I don't think, in time. There's 2 minutes to go, and I went out when it was 2 minutes 20, and I literally had only 1 second, and then it was game over, and I didn't set a lap in time. So one's in the pits now. They think they're going to make it, but unfortunately, they're not going to come out.
It depends how quick the outlap is, Jess. It really. I think they 1 minute 40 would probably just about, if you're leaving the pit exit at that time, you can probably just about make it. So they need to. You're right. They need to leave now. Maybe Daz is content. Maybe he doesn't want to start on the softs. You can see that time from RBZ is obviously very quick. Ben can possibly find some time and get to him. 5 attempts is a lot to ask for unless he's made a big mistake on his lap. But looks like a lot of the guys are happy on... they're going out on softs. Yes, well, Daz is coming out of the pits now. That's too late, surely.
That is definitely too late. A lap is a 1:20 something. He's just he's not gonna make it. So, or he might want to go on the soft tyres, like another lap on the softs, to practice in the race to see how it looks towards the end of the race.
Yeah, that might be what they're doing.
Like Mercedes' strategy, you never know, or it might have been a mistake. Like he went out and he was probably too late, but I don't know. So
that's a good lap from Snod. He puts himself P3.
Wow.
27.6, so well done to him. He was quicker in the pre-season race, actually, so it's good to see him up there.
The pre-season.
Just keeping an eye on a few laps.
The pre-season race was in Silverstone, so... And we did see Street Gamer, I think, was it win that Silverstone race? So
that was a very good lap by Street on mediums. Wow.
That was good timing. So
that's put a. You did call it, Jess. He's put a marker down there. That is a fantastic lap.
That was brilliant on the mediums, and he's not going out again, so he's going to be P2 at best. So medium to soft strategy in the top 10. He's going to be one to watch, I think. So watch out. We got the checker flag is about to fall. Ben is on a lap. He's on a lap at the moment.
Daz is not going to make it.
I think the ones that are not going to make it, Lukey.
No.
Matt is not going to make it. Dadla, obviously. Jack's not going to make it either. That's the crucial thing.
No. Wow, he's outside the top 10.
The two championship leaders are not going to set a fast lap here. That is crucial. But more crucially, Dadlad is ahead of Jack in the qualifying at the moment. But let's not concentrate on that. Let's concentrate on who else is still on the lap. Snod is slowing down. He can't be on the lap. Absolutely, he's had a good qualifying session. He retired early last week, but he's looking quite good. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. He spun. And luckily he's moved out the way of the Haas, the Toro Rosso and the Alpha that's come ahead of him.
I'm just riding on board with LCR Ben, Jess. I'm not sure how this lap is going to turn out, but he's really trying everything to get some more time. All he needs is a 10th to jump streak, which is crucial for him. He needs to try and get second if he can. Looks like RBZ's going to get pole unless Ben can pull out an absolutely astronomical lap, but here he comes.
Let's see.
He does go second.
127.4. Absolute.
Just.
He's going the pits. Jack RT. Oh. Okay. So he is going to make it then. Jack.
Okay, maybe the timing's screwed up because Dazfell is pushing here. And I'm confused.
I am confused as well. Or it might
I think our timing screen may have glitched or something because Daz on my screen didn't make it, but he's just gone second. So, okay, that's a bit of a letdown because I would have ridden on board with him. But there we go.
Jack P7, he's on the mediums as well. So
yeah. Wow.
Close qualifying though.
Wow. That's so weird. The timing screen for me, was your timing? Yeah, that's really
my timings was messed up as well. It wasn't just you.
Okay.
So that was strange. But we'll look at the gap between first and 10th by 1 whole second. But anyway, I'll let you go through the standings.
Yep, okay, so RBZ on debut takes pole for McLaren. We have Daz in second in the Williams, LCR Ben, Toro in third. First of the medium runners, Street Gamer with a great lap, and he falls off in fourth. Snod with a great performance, his best of the season, 27.6, fifth. Revolution 6th, 7th Jack, Absolute Low 8th, Button 9th, Cinnamon Rage 10th, Epics, Edited Fawn, Chezzy, Expert Almond, Leperfinity, Lukey, ILR3 Hamilton, MXTTJDJ or Matt, and I think I didn't see who was last. That's my fault. I didn't get through it quick enough.
Oh well, never mind. Never mind.
I'll look at a second.
Well, you did it. Well, you did it.
Close.
You did it first time last week. You can't expect to do it.
I've gone downhill now.
It is very dry. Very dry. Not just
sun's out. Look at that.
Very sunny. I imagine it'll be very hot as well for the drive. Well, if it was in real life, it'll be very hot if it was like that. Wow. But so we've got a mixture of strategies today. Quite a lot of few people on mediums than I thought it were going to be. But if they were to go on mediums, they would pit around lap. If they go on, sorry, let me start again. if they were to go on the soft to the end, so if they start on the mediums then go on to the soft, they will pit around lap 16 to 20. If they were to go on the mediums, from soft to mediums, they would go, I think, between laps 9 to 12 is where we would expect that. So quite a bit of a gap there between the softs and the mediums, and obviously if you go on the hards, like say on lap 2 or lap 3, you will take them to the end. So Blazer Guns was last, just to tell you that. So he was last.
Sorry, yes, he was.
So yeah. So
I'm just looking down through, Jess, and sorry to sort of.
That's fine.
Just
No
looking
worries.
at the tyre. I've just got the tyre fitted allocation on my screen, and you can see, as you can probably see at the minute, that we've got probably a 60-40 split in favour of the softs, but there are some medium runners in there. Interesting enough, I'm just looking at Edited and Chezzy, who are outside the top 10. Same with Matt, and they've all opted for softs, not
And
the alternate
Lukey.
strategy. So,
And Lukey.
sorry, yes, he's where is he? I can't see him on my.
16th. Is he not?
Okay, well that's weird because he's not on my screen because I think he disconnected. It should reset in a minute. Mine jumps from 15th to 17th, so I don't know what's happening here, but
so,
there we go.
I think you must be suffering a bit of I had that issue in one race on another platform, and that just drove me crackers. But
It's just weird. I thought he's not there, but okay, yeah, I'll take you. I can trust you, Jess. He is probably
he's
there.
not there.
So,
Hamilton and Lukey are not sure. Oh, Lukey's in the pits on my screen.
Oh, is he a disconnected car?
Must be, and Matt's also disconnected.
Well, that's a
but he's
shame
ghosted.
if he is.
Matt's disconnected as well, but he's ghosted. So
That's a shame.
we might have.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm guessing if we have a disconnected car, we might have a few lobby issues here. Oh God.
Yeah. Great.
Well, we'll keep it. Well, we haven't had. No, I'm not going to say anything more because I'll probably jinx myself. So. Anyway, well,
It looks quite stable for the front guys, though, doesn't it? That's what I'm confused about. I'm riding on board with the front guys, and there's no sign of any sort of issue. I'm not going to do like you just said. I'm not going to jinx it, but everything looks normal-ish. So
can Dad's Lad get a good start off the line? Because he's done that in the last few races, actually, where he started second. Usually, most of his wins, he wins from second place. So he's technically in a good position. So, and I don't know who's...
It's crucial for Streak not to get damaged here, Jess. He needs to keep it clean on that alternate strategy because he is so well placed with such a good lap in qualifying.
Here we go, anyway, the lights are about to come on. We've got the 5 red lights, and it is very quick 5 red lights, but the drivers are on hold for a pretty long time, and we are underway. That was a very weird start as all. We've got Matt right at the front on my screen, but let's not pay attention to Matt. But RBZ is leading the field away from Dazlad and Street Gamer. And we got Chizzy Dreams that's off.
Oh, Dazlad lost it.
And Expert Almond has lost it as well. A lot of people have lost it already in the first couple of corners. And
there's a lot of debris at turn 2, Jess. I'm not sure what's happened there.
Button's lost it into 10th place as well. I'm going to find it really hard to commentate with Matt DJ leading, even though he's not leading. So the gaps are going to be interesting. But
yeah, the AI is low, so he should fall right the way back, so it shouldn't be a problem in a minute. But it's almost like his ghost car jumped the start. I've never seen that.
I've never seen it.
If you're watching the stream, RBZ is leading, not Matt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that is a terrific start from 19th or whatever it is.
No, that would have probably definitely been a jump start. But anyway, a few people crashed out. Expert Almond unfortunately retired. Lukey unfortunately did not make the start. And Edited Fawns lost it as well. Let me just jump on him. Oh, he's lost it in Chapel. Chapel it was. And it was just a spin, I think. No front wing damage, I don't think. So I think
there we go. Matt's car's falling back now. So we're back to RBZ.
RBZ leading, and he's falling away. So still good for him as all Blazer Gun's got a 5-second penalty, and I do believe he's had damage as well, and he was on the medium. So I'm guessing if I was him, I would probably put a bit of hards on, or if he's got another set of mediums on. I'm guessing, another set of mediums. So
trying to just do a 2-stop and hope for a safety car, probably.
Yeah, and Matt's left the session again. So
yeah, I'm a bit confused as to what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused as well, but we haven't had much trouble lobbies in it at all this season, so if it had to have one, it'll probably have to be this one, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but meanwhile, Ben is catching up to Daslav quite a bit, actually, from the start. So Ben has had a very good start, and also Snod had a good start as well, and so has Jack, so well done to both of them as well. Street Gamer still managing to go up into 4th place. Button goes past Matt quite easily there, and Jack is going a battle with Snod as I was thinking about it. Jack got up into P5, so already a good start from him. He's hoping for the Supercharger award, as a few other people is as well, but DRS not enabled just yet, but Snod is going to get the slipstream from Jack. He's going to get the outside going into Stowe. Is he going to get the lunge? No, Jack closes the door on him, and Jack defends that quite well and stays in 5th place. Does what he needs to do there, and great defending from Jack.
Yeah, sorry Jess, I just heard from Matt saying he disconnected in qualifying, so that's a shame. That's why we saw his car go down. He's saying he can't get control back, but if I look at the screen now, he is still ghosted, so that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
Because he's just falling down now. But yeah, just going to say, Jack, who obviously qualified lower than Streak, is now right with him. So 2 of the title contenders on the alternate strategy are right next to each other, which plays beautifully into our hands, Jess, because either way, we've got RBZ, Daz and Ben on one strategy, and Streak and Jack on the other, which could turn into a 5-way fight and alternate strategies, which could be absolutely brilliant. And Snod as well is not that far away, and neither is ILR3 Button, so those guys obviously will probably not be aiming for a win at this point. Realistically, they'll probably just be trying to get any podium that they can, obviously at different levels of development in terms of using no line, but it's good to see Snod and Button up there fighting with these guys.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get the Supercharge Award yet, because it says that Matt would have gained it, well, obviously that he's disconnected, so the Supercharge Award for this is Hamilton, who's gained 5 positions as well. It was Leopard, but then Matt has dropped again, so Hamilton had a good start. I think he started 16th or 17th, so he started way down, and then he's up into 12th. So well done to him. But his teammate Button has got past Snod really well up into Club, and Snod is going to have a go again into Abbey. And is he going to? No, he's not. He's a bit too further back. So what a great start from Button already. He's gained 3 positions, so he's a force to be reckoned with. And he's now catching up to Jack. And we got slipstream vest from, I think, Revolution. No, Absolute, all the way down to Hamilton, and potentially Cheesy Dreams as well.
Yeah. Looking at the gap for the lead, Jess, and Daz has pulled a little bit of a gap to Ben, and Daz has the nice, comfortable use of DRS, which obviously helps you massively at this point. The extra straight line speed is good, and it also helps you charge your ERS when you need it without losing time to the car ahead. So RBZ will be wary of that, I'm sure, as a very experienced league racer, but this should be a really good battle. I'm just hoping Ben can hang on a little bit, because I think he's a really good driver who has shown his potential at times.
I think Hamilton's lost it. Yeah, Hamilton's lost it through cops, I think. So has he got damage?
Just checked.
Is
Doesn't
it possible
look
to tell?
like it.
No, I think he just had a bit of a spin on his own accord or something.
That's a shame.
Like
He was making good progress. Oh, we got someone on the grass.
Absolute as well. He's dropped it. But Hamilton still gets an award anyway this race, so he gets some glory anyway, so that nothing can take that away from him. But yeah, a few people losing position.
This is close now at the front.
Let me just jump on board with the front.
Half a second now.
Half a second. Snodall gets the first proper penalty, because obviously we had 5-second stop goes, which will be, I think, taken again. RBZ and Dazlad taking different lines there. I wonder who's going to take benefit, as RBZ's on lower ERS, but Dazlad has advantage of being behind and able to conserve more ERS then. So going through the Wellington straight, is he? Nope, he's backing off just a little bit. He might try go past Luffield and now going on to the Star of Woodcote then to see if he can try it. Nope, he's not going to try it as of yet, but he might try up the hanger straight and going into Stowe. I think that's where he'll probably try it, or he might try as late as he can, just so RBZ doesn't have room to fight him, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just, it's probably the only place he can is through Hanger Straight. It's so tricky through here. If he's running slightly more front wing than RBZ, he might be able to stay close through this section, Maggots, Beckett's and now Chapel. Obviously, the only problem is you stay close here, but then down the straight you haven't quite got enough extra speed, as we can see. I think Daz might be running slightly higher front wings. It looks to me that way, which is helping him through the corners. It will also help his front tyre wear, so we'll have to keep an eye on this, Jess, but I think this battle could go on, and that's very close.
That was very close.
He's almost touching his gearbox.
An absolute good 10-second time penalty there. I'm not sure what happened there.
Wow.
If he didn't get the advantage, I'm sure that will be contested to the stewards. I wasn't sure what happened with edited Vaughan's penalty from last week. Did that get removed? Did he challenge that, or getting 10 seconds?
I think because he retired, it didn't matter. Although I think if he did finish the race, it would definitely have been removed. If anyone who's watching the stream now saw that last week, it was you were probably thinking the same as what we were. Is why on earth that was a 10-second penalty? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just riding on board with Streak and Jack. Jess, sorry, changing subject quickly,
That's fine.
but they are now right on the back of Ben, and at this point, we can probably say that the medium tyre is coming into its own.
Yes,
so this is the sort of point where the medium is the better tyre to be on.
Yeah, and that was why I went on the medium tyre, because you get more of a stint in the race, and you can start to push on the dying soft runners. Ben's gone off a bit on Cox, but he got back on the circuit just in time. Maybe Street Game, I think, gained a little bit more. Oh, excuse me, my throat. Has gained a bit more time that lap due to Ben's mistake. Yes, he has, as he's going to get a DRS, and he's got plenty of ERS actually, Street Gamer. 84% compared to Ben's 30%.
Yeah, he's not using it, is he?
No, he's not. I think he's just waiting for the right moment, steerage, I think. He just doesn't want to be greedy.
At this point, though, Jess, looking at the gap, he's only 2.5 seconds off the lead. So if he can clear Ben and make some inroads on the front guys, he is going to be really flying. And probably, you would like to say, I don't want to jinx it, but this early on, he'd probably be my favourite for the race streak. That lap in qualifying was some effort, it really was. That was a really special lap on mediums to get that high on the grid and put himself right in contention. So I think Ben here is going to be a little bit easier for Streak to pass, but we'll have to wait and see.
We will, and as we were pointing out before, Street Gamer got a good lap in qualifying. For those of you that don't know, there was a pre-season race in Silverstone. Street Gamer won it, and he looked very strong.
Yes.
And it came as a bit of a shock to us, because usually Street Gamer, if you were watching last season, he was a midfield runner. He was most of the races he retired. But look at this, he's already fighting for the championship, and he's going to try and fight for the race win as well. So again, he could be one to watch out. Pretty much, I think the whole top 5 could be a one for the fight for the race win, which is we haven't seen that too often, which is good to see. 5 people fighting for the race win, and I think we had a yellow flag somewhere. Absolute has got another 10-second penalty.
He's gone off. I'll tell you what's happened there, Jess. He's moved out of the way for the leaders through Maggots and Beckett's, and he's actually gone off the racing line completely to the left on the runoff area, rejoined the track, and it's given him a 10-second penalty, which is madness, to be honest. I don't understand what this game seems to merit as a penalty, but it is for some reason. And Daz fell.
Daz is out! Daz is
I've missed
out!
That. We were talking about track. He's out of the race.
Pit lane! He binned in the pit lane!
There's a big accident in the pits, and that's Blazer Guns as well. I think is involved in that, is he?
He's out as
well.
I
saw a Ferrari sideways.
Blazer Guns is out as well. Absolute's out as too.
Oh my! What have we just witnessed here? What is
going?
Oh my days!
Does that warrant a lobby restart or a safety car?
I don't think so. I don't think it was a disconnect error. I think they've just crashed in the pit lane, Jess.
Ouch!
That's a big shame for Daz. That is his first retirement of the season, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's retired before, has he?
No, but he hasn't. I've got the standings for Britain. Actually, no, I've only got the points, not the finishes. But I will check that in a minute.
I'm sure he hasn't.
I think Daz.
Wow.
I think Daz lad. I think binned it by himself, or was there someone else that binned it? I don't know. We will never know.
I saw
anyway.
a Ferrari sideways in the pits as well, which
It
can
was
only be Blazer guns because the other Ferrari
Oh,
is
wait
epic,
a minute,
so I
Street
don't know what's
Gamer.
happened.
Street Gamer's going to go around the outside into Stowe. He's going really early into Stowe, and he looks so committed, but is Ben going to come back?
Ben's trying to hold it.
No, Ben, I don't think he's going to do it. Or is he does, actually. He does get the switch back.
Oh, that was
contact.
a bit risky.
That was close, but
my legs clenched.
That was proper wheel-to-wheel action there, but Street Gamer and Ben, that was good race from the both of them. Pure respect, I must say. Snod is
in the pits, so he's doing an undercut.
Okay, Dad's lad's car is gone. I'm so relieved about that.
Wow, I would like to find out what happened there. I'll see if I can see any insight in the group chat, but that is a massive shame for Daz because he was only, well, I think he might have made a mistake because he was within DRS the whole time. Then he dropped back a second and a bit, but he was still right there. So now Ben is a little bit too far behind RBZ. Well, he was 2.5, now it's 4.4, so Streak really needs to get past at this point.
Yeah, as if I get the tyres up again, Ben is on the soft, Street Gamer is on the medium. Surely Street Gamer would be an advantage here, but he's just not finding the time to get past him at the moment. He'll get holed up too much and he will lose grip on his tyres, and he really doesn't want that to happen, and he's going to lose a lot of time. And also Jack RT's in the action as well, so he's got to make the move soon, because otherwise Jack is going to be on him.
I'm just riding on board, Jess, and he's really not pumping that ERS into overtake. He's still in medium, so I don't know whether he's trying to conserve it. But at this point, if it was me, obviously a little bit different. But if I was in his position, okay, he's maybe looked silly. Ben's pitted. Okay, we'll just scrap the fact. I was going to say I would turn it up into overtake and try and get past, but maybe he was just waiting for the pit stop from Ben.
Yep. So Buttons
and RBZ
well.
is in the pits as well.
So RBZ and Ben are in the pits. So the undercut is not going to work for Ben, because obviously RBZ is pitted as well. So RBZ's gone out. Street Gamer and Jack RT are staying out. The pit lane is quite long around here, so I'm not sure if the undercut or the overcut works. It does depend it really does depend on the guys who are trying to go for the overcut, get a good inlet really. So they really need to start pushing. Jack is pushing now. Oh, Street's gone wide a little bit there. Oh, he was a bit wide and then he went back on the circuit. Oh, that was weird, but there we go. I think Jack's gained some more time. So, Street Game on my screen is maybe having a bit of a lag. So that's not going to help Jack, I don't think, unless it might be just my screen. I don't know, but we'll see anyway. As Jack is looking very strong, and so is Street Gamer. Where is RBZ in relation to the rest of the runners that are pitted? He's ahead, so he's timed that pit stop right, I think.
Yep, and RBZ will be coming up to a very good driver in ILR3 Hamilton, who will not be giving up a position easy, as we see with him. He's a bit like Kevin Magnussen, really. He doesn't give his position up for anyone, so he needs to get past him nice and clean, and then and just try and stay on pace, because Streak and Jack aren't going to pit for a while anyway. So what RBZ does need to do, Jess, is he needs to make sure that his tyres are okay for the end. He doesn't want to take all the life out of them now, because if he does that, and then Streak and Jack are coming at him at the end on soft tyres, he'll be a sitting duck. So he just needs to set consistent laps, not take too much out of his tyres.
No, and then they'll be absolutely fine, as Revolution and Cheesy Dreams are going into the pits then. Revolution going on to a 7 mediums as expected, and so is Cheesy Dreams. So my predictions are right on when the softs were going to go into the pit lane, and I think everyone on the softs, apart from the ghosted AI of Matt, is in the pits now. So everyone that is still out is on the alternate strategy, or everyone else who is on the Oh, Cheesy Dreams on the hards.
Wow, okay.
So
interesting.
He might not think the medium is fast enough, but the mediums can go to the end if you pitted now. So is that a mistake from Cheesy Dreams?
Well, it's an interesting call, Jess. Obviously, from sitting up here, it's easy for us to say, but he may just feel comfortable on the hards. I mean, some people have different driving styles. If you're really pushing it in dirty air around here.
I think we missed Jack overtaking Street Gamer there. I think it was
that's my.
past
Every
Stowe.
time I try and tell a fact, everyone doing overtaking. Can you guys like wait until I tell the fact? I need to
Yeah.
relay this message.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jack is now in a good position, Jess, as
Oh
we
my
move
God.
from the point on tyres. And yeah, well, okay, that's interesting.
I think
Now
that
we have
must
a race
be
on our
through
hands.
Stowe. And that must be through Stowe. Surely. So I think
Yeah, going into Stowe, I'd imagine. Yeah,
So well done to Jack.
it's
He's
quite
doing
a
so
good
well.
corner to overtake.
I think Jack must be managing his tyres a lot better than
Wow.
Streak, as Streak is weaving a little bit there.
RBZ is putting the hammer down, Jess, and it's
131.3.
just on 31.3. So
Wow,
there's a
that's
yellow somewhere.
that's Matt DJ, I think, going. No, actually, not. It's not Matt DJ. It's Revolution. Is he slowing down? I don't know. Actually, he's come out of the pits. I don't think it's him. I think it'll just probably people. It's impossible to tell. Probably a glitch in the game, but I don't know. But anyway, another person that's had a good start. I think he's not last of the medium runners. Epics. He's had a not too bad of a start either.
Yeah, very good.
So,
Yeah, he normally does do that alternate strategy, yes, and he's doing okay. He's doing well.
He's not last.
Only 8 seconds off the lead. And, yeah,
not
he's not.
last on
So
the
he's doing a good job.
So you know, I think he.
I'm just looking at Snod. He undercut Button in the pits. Obviously, we saw Snod pit quite early. I think it was 2 laps before the rest of the guys. He's actually gained that position back on Button. So tactically played by Snod. That's probably what he wanted to do, but
Yeah.
his tyres might go off at the end. So and Jack has now turned up the engine by the looks of it.
Yeah.
31.1 as well.
On the older set of mediums, I wouldn't be expecting the older set of mediums to set fastest lap, but I think Jack must be doing very well in making sure that he pushes when he needs to and conserves when he's not, because he's 58% ERS, so he's doing well. And
RBZ coming back.
RBZ coming back and Street Gamers trying to come back as well. This could be his shot.
Yep.
Coming up in probably not now because he couldn't do it, but I think through Hangar Straight again in the next DRS straight. And he conserved a bit after Jack overtook him, so this could be round 3 between Jack versus Streak. So it's a shame that we haven't seen Daz out of the battle for the lead. So no matter what, actually no, I don't know here, but no matter what, if Jack stays as he is, and if Street Gamer stays as he is, Streak could be the Streak or Jack could be championship leader. I think Jack could be championship leader if he keeps this up. Streak's had to go around the outside. He's going to go past Stowe. Can Jack go to the inside? No, he can't. Streak takes it.
That's a move done.
I think that's what Jack did a few laps ago, I think, steerage, when we missed it.
Yeah,
So,
crucially though, Jess, I don't think they're holding each other up because, like you say, they've made the moves clean and quick. So by the looks of it, to me, they're making good progress on these tyres, even though they are fighting each other. They're not holding each other up. They're at such a similar pace. They're just using the DRS, going past, and keeping RBZ in the back of their minds because he is who they're racing for the win here. Between these 3 now, unfortunately, Daz is out. But these 3 are fighting for the win, and I'd have to say at the minute RBZ's pace is very strong. It really is. He's used a lot of his ERS, but perhaps he's just trying to get a nice gap so that he can manage it. But I think we're going to see this position between Streak and Jack change a couple more times yet, Jess, before we
I'm
get to
excited.
the pit stop phases.
It's going to be good between those 3, and if I get gap to leader quickly, 22.1 seconds. I think the pit stop window is 24. So RBS is flying. He would come out if Street Gamer and Jack pit now. RBZ will be out in front by 2 seconds. So that will be good, and he's starting to catch up a little bit as well. So he's got, and most importantly, steerage, he's got some clean air as well. So that's going to help him gain some more time. He's 4.4 seconds behind the next car. So yeah, he is looking very feisty, I think. So you know.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these guys out front. They are saving their ERS as well, Jess. So this is very tactical from these guys. They're doing what I would say is clever racing. You can see they're following each other, and when they are following each other, they're using the slipstream rather than their ERS. So if you ride on board with Jack, viewers who perhaps don't play this game, what they're doing is and Streak's gone wide,
Streak.
and
Okay,
it's a disconnect. Okay. there's a nice bit of lag here. Okay, that's great.
That happened
What you can see is on the ERS.
That happened earlier as well.
Yeah, it's quite weird. But you can see on the ERS, Jess, I'm not sure whether you've got it up, but they're both on 1 or 2, and that's it. That's obviously your lowest settings for your engine, so they're using the slipstream to gain that time that the ERS would normally give them. The benefit of that being they have the ERS to use when they get out in fresh, clean air. And what I'd imagine, Jess, is they're saving this ERS for their end stint on the softs when they can really gun for RBZ. So this is clever racing from these two up front, and I think, to be honest, at this point, it could go either way. We'll have to wait and see which strategy's going to work out best, but this is really, really good to see two different strategies coming together at the front.
And I'm just looking to see if Street Gamer and Jack are going to be close to RB here, because if they are, then the mediums to soft might be the better strategy. I don't know, unless RBZ can pull off good medium laps of his life, which he's trying to do at the moment. Which he's doing well to do it at the moment, as both of them are going into the pits, and they've both slowed down.
Yes, they slowed down a lot.
He lost a bit of his end plate, or it might be just me. No, it's just me. So excuse my.
Can't change camera.
Excuse my apology. I can't either. You can't in the pits. You have to be on TV pod. But anyway, both of them in the pits now. So is Leper as well. Let's go on board with RBZ in the McLaren.
Yeah.
See where
he's going to jump them, Jess, by quite a bit.
He is as well.
Oh, Hamilton sped into the pits. That's a shame for him.
That is, I think, the third or fourth person. Yeah, he easily way in
He's
front.
a long way clear. This is going to be 6 seconds plus.
Probably.
I reckon. No, not 6, maybe 5. 5 seconds, I reckon.
I don't know. We'll see. Wow. Okay. 7.
Wow. Okay, it was 7 seconds. Wow.
And Ben's jumped. Ben's jumped them. Ben's jumped them.
Yeah, Ben has jumped them. Yeah, the undercut. Obviously, when they were on the medium, staying out there for a long time, when Ben pitted for his fresh mediums, he was obviously going quicker than them. But now they will probably breeze past Ben. Now you would think. Now the question is, Jess, can they close 7 seconds to RBZ? Because RBZ, as we said at the time, probably didn't look like he was in that strong of a position, but he's just got a penalty. What is happening with? Am I doing a U? Am I jinxing people?
Well, I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I'm not saying much. I think I haven't. I'm trying not to jinx people, and it seems to work.
I don't know why it always happens. I rode on board with him, said something about him, and he's got a 3-second penalty. But anyway, he didn't look like he was too worried. RBZ. He was taking a lot out of his tyres.
Street Gamer's going to go around the inside. He's going to challenge for Ben for potentially a net P2 in this race, and he does it.
There you go. He's done it.
And here comes Jack as well. So this could be Jack's
so this is it now. This is the question. Can they jump Epics in the pits, which they should do pretty easily, actually. Yeah, they will, sorry. They need to close to RBZ now. They've got 9 laps to do this. This is bordering on 8 tenths a lap, so this is a tall order. I think RBZ is absolutely, unless his tyres really go, he's built up a fantastic lead that he can probably defend. But we'll have to wait and see.
A few people have said that he would dominate this race. He's not quite dominating as of yet, because he's going to have people on the soft really start to push. Jack really needs to get a move on now, because otherwise he's going to lose time to Street Gamer, because he was so close to Street Gamer before he went into the pit lane. And Street Gamer is definitely having some internet issues, I think, because he keeps disconnecting and or it might be that his controller, I don't know. But anyway, Jack's going to try Ben now. No, not at the moment. But meanwhile, Revolution gets up to P5 from Snod.
He does.
So good for him. And Epix is going to try on Snod too on the fresher soft tyres. So I think everyone is
Epix is in a great position, Jess. I've just realised, obviously, he was on the alternate strategy. He is a net P5.
Wow.
And if he can close a similar gap to the guys in front to RBZ, well, in equivalent, he will be closing down Revolution, will he? Sorry, Ben, I meant. So he's got 11 seconds to fight. He should get past Revolution, who's on old mediums, which he's going to do now. Here he goes. He's going to the outside into Stowe, and...
Yep, he does it.
Got it done. Nice move.
What a move. And Revolution's
Jack Hottie is now flying.
And Revolution's not on the softs. ignore what they're on the wheel. The real tyres that they're on is the graphics on the left-hand
Oh,
side.
have you got the visual glitch, have you?
Yeah, I've got the
okay.
visual
On my
glitch.
screen, he is on mediums, but...
Yeah, so...
Yeah, Epix is in a good position here, Jess. Can he close in on Ben and get a P4? That would be a great drive from him. He's really doing a good job. And Revolution's trying to come back at him. That's a bit tight. Okay. Oh,
don't try it. Oh, no.
They bang wheels.
We're going to jinx him at this rate.
To go side by side.
In Wellington, that's going to be
Epix
hard.
has been pushed off the circuit.
I think...
And Revolution with some hard racing, and he's got the place back.
I think Epix had to do that because he didn't want to get in contact with that. If he was still on the circuit...
He's going to try and switch back, though, into left field. He's going to try and get a good run on him, which he does. And there he goes around the outside. He's side by side with him.
My oh
He
my,
actually got his ERS turned down to 0, Epic, so he might be saving his ERS at this point. So that's maybe why Revolution's coming back at him.
He's still overtaking in 0 mode, though, which is...
Yeah, the soft
really
tyres
good.
has given him a huge tyre advantage at this point, Jess.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm not going to say
here he
anything
goes.
more about Epix because...
Come on, line him up. I want to see some overtaking into Stowe.
I think this is where we've seen the most overtaking, I think, today. I think pretty much all the overtaking today after lap 1. So, and Jack, Street Gamer was
the
fastest,
guys up front,
and then Jack.
They are closing in. They've got 5.5 seconds to close in now, Jess. So this is touch and go. Remember, RBZ does have a penalty. I don't know whether Streak and Jack do, but if they keep it clean, they can just get inside 3 seconds and get the job done.
I think if you could check at the end, that would be great. And I think Epix had a moment, I think, when he was out in battle, because look, Snod is going to try at him on a used set of menus as well. Snod is going to come at him.
He's coming back at him as well.
I think Epic's been caught napping. He's really got to start to push now, steerage.
Yeah, it's strange. I think he's trying to save his ERS, but he's just leaving himself as a sitting duck. Snod is coming back at him quite quickly. I think, to be honest, I think he should have pushed now, cleared Revolution with the fresh grip, and then saved the ERS. It's easy to save from up here, and obviously we all have different methods. He might come back at the end. He might just be interested in getting 5th, to be honest. But Ben is possibly a target, but he hasn't gained any time. So probably 5th is the best Epix can do, Jess. So.
Yeah,
we have a bit of a battle for that.
Revolution stays ahead. 1.5, he's dropped a little bit, so I'm sure the drivers will be keeping an eye, tabs on the driver in front and the driver behind penalty, so that's probably why Epic is not pushing to Revolution, I don't think. And Snod's got another penalty as well, so Epic, I think, will still be ahead of Snod, but Snod is still wants that position on track, so he's still going to have a go at least, even though he's on a different tyre strategy. And Cheetah Dreams is not doing too bad on those hard tyres in 8th place. He's doing a stellar job trying to keep up with these guys.
Yeah, obviously the hard's being more durable. He's probably got, at this point, a good amount of grip. And I'm just watching Epix and Snod go side by side. And Epix is holding on. Snod's coming around the outside.
Good racing from both of them. Good racing.
No, he kept it clean, so that's good.
So well
and Snod now has DRS. Here he goes.
Ooh,
You're going to try and get...
Oh, that was close. Epix, I think, took a avoided action. Not nice avoided action. Otherwise, it would have ended in disaster. So nice judgment from Epix there. But I think Snod will be still be happy with his P7 performance, even if, you know, unless Cheetah Dreams does not have a penalty. But Cheetah Dreams is going to still come at him as well, because it will get to a point where the mediums will start to die and the hards will come to its own. So
sorry, I'm running on board with ILR3 Button, and he's nearly lost the car through farm turn 2. That was crazily close. It was a good save.
That was
and I'm just saying, Jesse, he's made another pit stop because he was right with Snod, so I don't know whether he's been caught up in an accident or something. Saying that, Snod has just gone past Epix, so Epix is falling back a little bit at this point, surprisingly.
Yeah, he is. I think he's falling off a bit. Maybe because he wants to finish in the points anyway. He doesn't want to take too many mistakes.
Yeah.
And
also, the softs can, as we sort of alluded to last week, they can slide about, and as soon as you start getting heat into them, very hard to get that heat to stop. If you start sliding your rear, Snod's locked his rear tyres up, and that's allowed Epix back through. Snod's going to try and
Oh,
switch back, which he does. They're side by side, going down towards.
Wellington.
Now on the hanger straight. This is close. Sorry, Wellington straight. And I always get those two confused.
Yeah,
I
me
even
too.
sat there, so stupid. There we go. Right, Wellington straight into Brooklands, and then Luffield and Epics has position at the minute.
But Snod is going to come back
Out
at
front, Jess.
him.
Out front, gap 2.9.
So Street Gamer is catching, so is Jack as well.
They are pushing like crazy.
Does
This is where their ERS saving can help them. So this is going to be touch and go, Jess, at this point, I think.
Don't forget
This could be
RBZ
any
has a
one of these
penalty.
three.
RBZ has a penalty.
It does indeed, but we don't know whether Streak and Jack do. I'm not going to check because I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to let us watch it and see who wins.
We had a
And
shot
Snod is retired.
So Snod.
Oh no,
Where's that? Is that
that
through
must be through
Beckett's?
Maggots and Beckett's. It must be.
Let me just go on board.
Oh,
yeah.
he's lost it on the exit of Beckett's. Yeah.
That was annoying because
That's a shame.
Snod was having a very good race. One of the contenders for driver of the day, I think.
Yeah, he was
just
doing
pinned
really
it.
well.
He
Oh,
was
that's a shame.
he was doing amazing. So, yeah, I think commentators curse. I think for both of us, I think we both jinxed that. It wasn't just you; it was me as well. So that's that. But
Yeah, that's a
meanwhile,
shame.
that's pushed Cinnamon Rage into the points. So
It has, yeah, it's good to see from Cinnamon. He always finishes races, and when you finish races, you do normally have a chance of points. So it's good to see.
he's got
Button
4 points at the
obviously
moment.
quite a bit back, so
He's got 4 points.
yeah,
at the
that's
moment.
good from Cinnamon. I think has he had 2 10th places, or did he have a 9th as well? I think he had a 9th somewhere.
And
then 2
I will
temps.
double check on my phone because that's where I've got the standings. I'll see.
He's always been there though to collect the points when people have had trouble, which is good. And this gap out front is now 2.3. So if we give this 2 laps, which is lap 24, I'd imagine by that point Streak will have DRS if his tyres are still in good condition. Jack RT though is closing in on Streak, and this is going to be close.
It is going to be tight.
I really don't know who's going to win this. Oh, RBZ's lost the car. Oh, he's gone. RBZ has crashed.
What a mistake
Stowe.
from RBZ. That was...
And I think he's lost. Has he got damage?
No, he hasn't. I don't think...
I just saw him sideways. That is unbelievable. And Streak inherits the lead. Oh, I don't believe it.
Oh, no. But...
I was riding on board. I literally just switched and I saw his car just snap out of Stowe. It looked like he got maybe too much curb on the exit. And the car has just completely spun the other way. And he's very fortunate not to have hit the wall. The wall is a long way, but when you're travelling at that speed through Stowe...
That was
Wow.
very sad, honestly. But it just goes to show then, Stooge, it's not over till the checkered flag falls. It's where
not.
you are.
No, you're right.
It's where you are on the final. It's where you are on the final corner, final straight. Is where you finish. It doesn't matter if you make.
It's a shame
mistake.
because he showed his pace. He did show his class. So I think it would have been close. I think he would have probably, in my mind anyway, I think he probably would have just lost it. But he drove a stellar race and showed why he deserves to be here. Obviously now it's interesting because we have a straight fight between Jack and Streak on track on the same strategy. So all isn't lost.
No, not all is not lost here at the moment as Jack is going to try and come back in. And RBZ, his momentum has just gone from bad to worse. I think he's letting the mistake he's got thrown him, he's letting that negative mindset get to him. And I think it's important, even if you make a mistake, just concentrate on the rest of the race. Don't worry too much about your mistakes in the past. Just worry about just concentrate on getting to the end of this race. And I think that's what RBZ needs to do. But meanwhile, Jack RT is looking
Here we go
very
at the front.
racy.
Here we go. This is it now, Jess. 2 laps to go. These guys are going to be giving no quarter at all. This could go... I mean,
way.
LCR Ben could end up winning this race. If these two have an accident, LCR Ben
Oh
could
my
win this
God.
race, which seemed ridiculous. I
Oh
don't want to
God,
say
don't
anything
jinx it,
is going to
don't
happen to the
jinx
two up
it.
front, but if Ben manages to win this race, that would just sum up this season. It's been crazy, so
Ben's
this should
got
be a
to
good
win.
battle to the end now.
The top 3 have each
He
had
has,
wins.
yes.
So,
Yep.
if I believe Daz has won 2 wins. I'm sure he had more, but anyway. Street Gamer has won 1, and Jack has won.
Oh, Streak's got a penalty, and that could be crucial. I don't know whether Jack has. It just came up on the screen, Jess. Streak's just got a penalty through maggots.
I think Jack has a penalty as well, but I don't know. But I'm not going to spoil it.
Here goes Streak. Sorry, here goes Jack.
Around the inside.
Go round the outside towards the
sorry.
Round the outside. Yep, there he goes.
He's done it.
4th gear, straight up to 5th, and that's pretty easy. And Streak knows now he has to save his ERS. And if I was him, it's got to be last lap into Stowe. Because otherwise, I think Jack can come back at him. But Jack will be thinking, right, now I need to bolt. I need to get out of DRS. So this is going to be crucial. This is going to be crucial for the race.
He's got 54. He's got more ERS than Street Gamer. This is his chance. He can really push now. He's choosing not to push at the moment, which is, I think, fair, because I think he wants to say, what I would do if I was in situation, use all the ERS you got left on the final lap. Save now, use it all up on the final lap, because you could get fastest lap as well. So, looking at the fastest lap actually, if Jack wins this, he can get the maximum points, which is, I think...
He can.
Because he's got fastest lap at the moment. Unless...
If Jack has got fastest lap, sorry Jess, if he does have fastest lap, Jack, and wins this race, he will be level on points with Daz.
Wow.
No, he won't. Sorry, Daz is out. Oh yes, he will. Daz is out, sorry. So he gets no points. The gap was 8 at the start. So because Jack is... oh no, he won't. He'll be miles ahead. I'm talking stupid. Because he was 8 points ahead, if he gets fastest lap and the win, he'll be miles ahead. He'll be...
And even if they were tied, even if they were tied, Jack would be in the lead, because obviously Jack would have more wins. Jack would be on his 3rd win, and Daz lad only has 2.
But because Daz is out and not in 2nd, that was only if he outscored him by 7 points, and obviously the gap between 1st and 2nd is 7 points, plus obviously you have fastest lap. So taking that into account, if Jack does do this...
Oh no, Street Gamer's got fastest lap. Street Gamer. Ooh.
Oh, there we go. But anyway, it will be a 25 minus 8 is 17, if my maths doesn't let me down. So that'll be a 17-point swing in Jack's favour, which shows how crazy this championship has been and can be. We saw Streak have a DNF and the championship swing away from him. He's now back in contention because Daz has got 0. He's going to get 18, possibly 19 with fastest lap, maybe 25 if he wins. So these two, if they can keep it clean and finish 1st and 2nd, they're going to give themselves a chance. And it is the last lap, Jess, so I'll let you do the commentary, because I think we're going to have a last lap shootout into Stowe.
I really do hope so. Street Gamer's got fastest lap, and Jack's running out of ERS as well, so potentially him getting fastest lap is going to be second to none. I think Street Gamer's going to lose ERS as well, so I think he's used up it. Oh, he's cut the corner. No, that's definitely a penalty. I'm afraid, Steerage, I think that's challenge over. Which is sad, but we'll see anyway. But that's definitely, I think, a warning for Street Game, and then that's another warning. So that's 2 warnings in the space of 2 corners. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get another penalty, but I think Jack has won this. I'm not sure whether Jack has more penalties. We'll have to wait and see.
Jack crossed the line.
He does.
So Jack wins his 3rd race in a row. That reminds me of a certain. That reminds me of a certain someone in this party.
Well, it's nice of you to bring that up. It was a long time ago, but yes.
Yeah, you won 3 races in a row, and you won Silverstone, didn't you? Did you won Silverstone?
I did indeed. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was season 5.
No, it wasn't season 5. Was it season 5?
Oh, 6, sorry.
No,
6
we're
against,
We're on season 6.
Oh, sorry, 5. Sorry, I meant 5. It was 5.
Yeah.
4 was the one before. But anyway, that's a good result for Jack. 3 in a row, so I'll tip my hat off to him. He's a great driver, and him and Streak, both great drivers, and yet again, they've shown why they are the benchmark in this tier with the 1st and 2nd, Jess.
Yep. So let's go through down the rest of the order. Ben getting P3 there. A great result for him. Kept it out of trouble, which is where he needs to be if he wants to stay. I think he's going to stay 4th because Oasis is not here tonight. RBZ, what could it be for RBZ? If he didn't make that mistake, he would have been challenging for the race win. Revolution 5th, Cheesy Dreams, another strong performance, P6. So staying in the top 6 for 2 races in a row. And Epic's P7, his best finish of the season. And he's going to get points for Ferrari. Actually, no, it's not his best finish. Because he got 6 points, I believe, in one race. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, you know, some great performances from pretty much a lot of people. Epics, Cheesy Dreams, Ben, and especially from the top two. And all in all, great. And also, we haven't seen much battling from, because there was some battling going on between Button and Revolution, which we didn't see because obviously we were following the lead. So good job on Revolution and Button to have a battle there. But I know it's a Greek flag, but I do know that Jack is definitely not Greek. So it is a home victory from Jack. So he definitely needs this.
Yeah, he does, and as you say, that is a massive swing in the championship, Jess. Just to reiterate that, obviously, Jack 8 points behind going into this race. He's had the momentum, as we say, 3 race wins now, and he's swung the championship right round from Dazfeld to himself, and this is, wow, what a title fight we have this season. I think if RBZ had been here from the start, we would have a 4-way fight. You can't discount Ben as well. Ben's been good, but wow, what a season we've had, Jess, and I'll let you run through the race standings before we run out of time.
Okay, so I'm going to do it as fast as I can. Here we go. So we've got Jack RT first, then Street Gamer, then Ben, RBZ, Revolution, Cheesy Dreams in 6th, Epic 7th, Leper 8th, Hamilton 9th, Cinnamon Rage 10th. We've got Edited 4 on there, so close to being in the points in 11th, Button 12th, Matt disconnected, and your non-finishers are Snod, Dazlad, Absolute, Blazer Guns, and Expert Almond. I think I got through there.
You did it well.
I think I'm tossed up between the top 2 for driver of the day, Cheesy Dreams and Epics. I'm tossed between those 4 for driver of the day. I don't know who to give it to.
We always end up talking about Chezzy and Epics after the race. I mean, those guys are really gaining a lot of positions in the race, which is great to see. They obviously have good racecraft, good strategy, and it's making it work for them. For me, it would have been RBZ just because he's come into the tier and drove well, and I feel sorry for him that happened. It can happen in racing. I'm sure he'll be back stronger next time. I think, Jess, I've got to give it to Jack, me personally.
Yeah,
he made the move on streak when it mattered, and he has taken a big step in the title fight, and so that's a great job by him.
And looking at the penalties, I think from earlier, they both had the same penalty. So Street didn't get that penalty.
Yeah, he would have won it.
So... But
it just shows how close it is, Jess. It really does. On the limit, you know. These guys are pushing so hard. One little mistake. That's it.
Considering
it's a shame, but
considering the last few seasons, there's been a 2-way battle for the championship. This season, it's been a 3-way, straight 4-way. It just goes to show how far this tier has come in like 3 seasons, isn't it? So...
Yeah, part of me still misses it, but I love commentating on these guys. It's absolutely great to see. As well, anyone watching the stream, check out the other streams, which will, I think, be on the YouTube tomorrow. ILR 1, 2.
I will be uploading
3,
on
4,
YouTube
and
tomorrow.
5.
I'll be uploading it tomorrow.
We've got some great tiers with fantastic racing across all of them. So it's great to see the league in such a good position, and we're lucky enough to be able to watch it every week and commentate on it. So another great race. Are you going to do podium interviews tonight, Jess?
I've invited Street Gamer and Jack, but I don't have Ben on my friends list, so I can't invite him. So
okay, I'll try and invite Ben. Hang on, let me see if I can find him.
Right, whilst you do that, both of the top 2 are here, but I'll speak to Jack first. But my oh my, you had to fight for the race win this week, but it got a bit very close towards the end there. But you did it, and you got the win. 3 race wins in a row. You must feel pretty good, and at your home Grand Prix as well.
It feels pretty good, but I wasn't supposed to win the race. If Street didn't get his penalty, he would have won the race, and he kind of deserved the race, to be honest. It was our tactic to just slipstream each other along, pull each other. Ben didn't have any penalties, and I had 3 seconds, 1 off 6 seconds from like lap 7, lap 8.
Yeah,
so I
had
had to be really careful.
Yeah, I had a feeling you had the penalty.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I got a penalty like really early in the race, and then Street got one on like the 2nd or 3rd to last lap, and yeah, but 3 race wins in a row isn't that bad.
No, and that's going to give you a really good swing in the championship. But tell me, how hard was the medium to soft strategy? Was it your plan to begin with? Because Obviously, for most of the drivers, it's hard to decide if you want to do soft to mediums or medium to softs. What made you do medium to soft?
In Grand Prix race, streaked on softs to mediums to see how quick that was, and on the softs at the end stint, you're roughly a second to a bit faster on your softs compared to their mediums that had been on for like 8 laps, 12 laps, something like that. So it was our strategy all along. We've done the Grand Prix mode mediums to softs, and it was just the fastest strategy.
And I can tell you two have a lovely rivalry going on, and a nice friendly rivalry as well, because you get on so well with each other and they respect good racing there. So were you a bit worried that you weren't gonna get past Street Gamer a few times, or were you just concentrating on just keeping out of trouble?
Keeping out of trouble was the main one, because P7 on the grid isn't great. So it was just keeping out of trouble, but Streak was going to win the race because he drove really well. He had no penalties until like 3 laps to the race. He should have won the race, but he got a penalty, which is unfortunate. But he's still got P2 with fastest lap, so it's not all bad.
I'm looking forward to a 3-way fight in the championship, and we got a mid-season break next week. That's gonna put. I think if Steer just done his math correctly, 18 point. I think it's Is it an 18-point swing? Is it?
Who had fastest lap out of you two? Was it Streak in the end? I think it was Streak,
Streak.
right?
Street.
Yeah. So it's a 17-point swing. So you were 8 points behind Jack, and you just gained 17 due to Daz's DNF. So you are now championship leader by 17 points.
So what's that going to do for your confidence going into the last 11? I think is it 11? 11 rounds of the season next. You got Germany next. So how do you feel about Germany? You got more time to practice on Germany anyway. So what was your best bets to try and keep that lead away from Dazlad and Street Gamer?
Germany's just track limits. Just keep hitting track limits, because I'm going to get a lot of penalties around Germany if I don't do any practice. Like the past 3 races, me and Streak have only done 30 minutes to an hour of practice. So Germany, we need to do a lot more, because we know our braking zones around there and our turnings, but we just don't know it very well.
So I'm excited to see. Do you have any questions for Jack Steerage before I go to Streak?
No, I would just like to say congratulations on 3 in a row, because only the elite drivers know that, as we know, Jess. Only the elite drivers in. No, I'm just kidding. No, you did a great job again, mate. So
I will explain
well
after the stream. I'll explain after the stream what he means by that.
But yeah, it's a good job from you, mate. So well done, and look forward to seeing you in Germany.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Street Gamer next. A shame you got that penalty on the last few laps, otherwise you would have done it. But how was it on those last few laps, or pretty much the whole race, knowing that Jack was catching up near you?
Well, I knew Jack had a penalty from like lap 10, so I knew we were on the same strat and we pitted on the same lap, so the undercut wasn't viable. So I knew it was just down to trying to keep it on the track and keep ahead of him, or at least stay within 3 seconds. But it all changed within the same lap. I got my pen, Jack got past, and my tyres were dead, and I just couldn't do anything get past that point. So I kind of had to settle for second.
And that's still a good result considering where you were last season as well. What were your expectations going into the race? Because obviously it wasn't very good last race, but you bounced back this race. What mindset changed into thinking that you were going to... Because you did very well in the pre-season race, so I had high hopes for you. Did that give you a lot of confidence?
Well, yeah, around this track, my favourite track of the season, I would say. I was really hoping and expecting myself to win. I just wanted this win, but obviously it didn't happen this time. So still on 1 win, but I'm still happy with my quality lap that put me P4. So I guess there's still 9 races left of the season.
11 laps. 11 laps? 11
Even better.
races.
11.
So why did I say 11 laps? Oh my god, it's been a long stream. But anyway, so I was going to ask about why you wanted to go on the medium to soft, but I assume it was the same reason as Jack.
Yeah, pretty much just in practice. I knew softs going the same strat as everyone else was kind of just securing a podium. I was like going mediums to softs. That's kind of. I was like that. I feel like that's got more chance of getting me a win than going softs to mediums, and it pretty much nearly worked out if I didn't get the pen.
It was a shame now 'cause you were looking very strong, but words couldn't put to say how well you and Jack were fighting for the race win. You were just some good racing between the two. Going into Germany, are you going to take the fight into the next race with him and possibly Dad's lad as well? Because if you do, this could get very feisty.
I'm hoping so. The track I like really well. It's just penalties around there, first corner. Just trying to keep it on the track will probably be. I need a lot of practice at that point, otherwise I'm going to end up disqualified.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. You got 2 weeks to do it anyway, so I wish you guys best of luck. Well done on P2 there. And I think for the first time, we are interviewing all 3 podium drivers. And P3 is LCR Ben. Great to have you back on the podium, and nice to speak to you. It's been a long time since I spoke to you. But how does it feel getting back on the podium once again?
Not too bad. I've had 3 in the last 4 after that unfortunate race last week. But yeah, kind of a lonely race. Knew Jack and Streak were massively quicker, so I expected them to mug me once they pitted, and then RBZ was miles ahead and obviously spanned, which was kind of lucky. And then Daz had that incident with Blazer Guns, which was very lucky again. So it's kind of lonely for most of it, and I just cruised to P3, and it kind of all just fell into place.
I think the most important thing for you was you kept out of trouble from the other cars. You say, hang on, I can gain good positions here, and that's what most people have done to get put the podiums here tonight, or good positions. So I forgot what tyre you started on. I'm losing track. Did you start on the softs? Yeah, you started on the softs, and then you went on to the mediums. Was that your plan
Yeah, the
after
typical
all?
strategy.
Was that your plan after all? Even after seeing what the others had done?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't have been quick enough on mediums to qualify anywhere decent, so I'd be top half at least. I can maybe crawl around for a top 5, and that's pretty much exactly what I did anyway, so I'll take it. And it kind of makes up for last week in terms of Dad's not finishing, so I kind of get the points back that I lost last week
And
this week.
And you're technically still winning the championship fight. Mathematically, any one of these guys in the top 3 can make a mistake. So we've got 11 rounds to go. What is your strategy into making sure that you can be in the fight for as long as you can, in particularly in Germany?
Just be a bit more consistent. My main way of getting positions seems to be others getting penalties, so the next couple of races seem to be quite good for that. So obviously Germany the first corner, and Hungary, Spa, so that should work out quite well, because I'm usually just off the pace by a few tenths maybe, so that's my main objective really.
And well done to you on the podium. So Steerage, any final thoughts or any questions for Streak and Ben?
Yeah, I'll just quickly do one, and then we can end. I was just gonna firstly to you, Streak. Obviously, you're still obviously in the championship fight. You've had a good, consistent result throughout pretty much every race. Are you just hoping to try and stick with Jack? And obviously you're on a similar pace to him. So is it just about trying to convert those second and thirds into wins and just try and stay in touch? Is that what you're trying to do really into the final races?
But ideally, I can't say that. Okay, like to win all 11 races from now on, but
Yep.
that's probably not going to happen. But I'm going to try to win as many as possible and try go for the championship. Because obviously after Daz retired that race, that really gives us an advantage at the moment, as I think he's like, I only just overtook him, if not I'm only just behind. So that really
Yeah, I think
boosts
it's
me
close
up.
between you two after his DNF. So yeah, that's good. That's good to see it bunch up at the top. So I think, to be honest, mate, I think we're gonna have a great fight for the championship either way. And I'll quickly do one question for Ben, who I think, Ben, you've probably been a bit of a dark horse this season. Do you feel like you can perhaps come in under the radar and challenge these guys, or are you just kind of aiming to finish as high as you can every race, mate?
Probably a bit of both, really, but it's kind of an outside chance because obviously I've won 2 races so far, so I know I can be a bit quicker at certain tracks, and due to luck sometimes, it's just been a bit inconsistent. So Monaco DNF'd last week. I finished, what was it, 12th, 13th, something like that. And obviously, as you were saying, Streak's been in the top, maybe top 10 at least every single race. So it's just going to be trying to secure mainly top 5s, podiums till the end of the season.
That's good, and that was that. I just want to say it was a really good race from all you guys. So congrats on the podium, and that was a good race to commentate on, Jess. It was pretty chaotic, so I'll let you wrap up, and I'll speak to you guys after the break, where we are in Germany.
The ad break. Anyway, thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for watching ILR3, and don't forget there's no stream next Friday, so don't expect to be a stream because the drivers will be going on a well-deserved mid-season break, and I think these guys do deserve it after a great 10 races, which I was available for all of them, and it was great to watch these guys race throughout the season so far, and it's going to be an interesting fight for the championship. So first, as always, I would like to thank Steerage for being in the commentary box once again. You've been amazing.
Thanks, Jess. No, I'm very much enjoying it, and yeah, I will definitely be back for Germany, ready to do it all over again.
Yeah, and I hope you guys who are watching this will be back for Germany as well. So we will see you in 2 weeks' time for the German Grand Prix for ILR3. Have a good evening and good night.